After 65, walking alone can't rebuild the leg strength, balance, or stability you've already lost. But these 3 surgeon-approved exercises can do what walking no longer can, and they work faster than you think. Walking is still healthy, but after 65, your body needs more than light movement. Muscle fibers shrink, joints stiffen, and every year, balance becomes harder to maintain. That's why surgeons now emphasize strength-based movements. When you target the right muscles, you restore stability in a way walking simply can't. The solution is not to walk longer, but to train smarter. In this routine, you'll use 3 simple surgeon-approved exercises that rebuild leg strength, reactivate your hips, and restore balance. They're safe, joint-friendly, and designed for men over 60 who want real results at home. Exercise 1. Chair squat. The chair squat is one of the most important strength-building movements for men over 65 because it retrains the exact muscles that walking can no longer strengthen on its own. After 65, the quadriceps and glutes lose power faster than any other muscle groups. And when they weaken, every step becomes smaller, slower, and less stable. That is why surgeons and physical therapists often use the squat to stand motion as a clinical test of lower body function. If you struggle to rise from a chair without using your hands, or if your legs tremble on the way up, it is a sign that walking alone is no longer enough to maintain real strength. The chair squat directly restores that lost power by teaching your body to generate controlled force through the hips and knees while keeping the joints safe and supported. To perform it correctly, sit on a sturdy chair, with your feet planted under your knees and your chest angled slightly forward. Tighten your core, press firmly into your heels, and rise to a full standing position in one smooth, steady motion. At the top, keep your weight centered and avoid leaning onto your toes. Lower yourself back down slowly until your hips lightly touch the seat. Then drive upward again with full control. Aim for 10 to 15 repetitions, moving slowly enough to feel the muscles working, rather than letting momentum take over. If you need assistance at first, rest your hands lightly on the sides of the chair for balance. But avoid pushing with your arms. As your strength improves, cross your arms over your chest, or choose a slightly lower chair to increase the challenge. If knee discomfort is a concern, start with a higher seat, or place a cushion on the chair to reduce the range of motion, while still activating the right muscles. A partial squat, where you descend only halfway, is also an effective starting point. For a more advanced version, pause for 2 seconds just above the chair before standing again, forcing your legs to stabilize your entire body, without relying on momentum. Throughout the movement, keep your knees in line with your toes. Maintain a steady breathing rhythm, and stop if you experience sharp pain. Practiced consistently, the chair squat builds the foundation of strength, stability, and confidence that walking alone cannot restore. It is one of the simplest and most powerful ways to reclaim strong, reliable legs after 65. Exercise 2. Wall push-up. The wall push-up is one of the safest and most effective upper body strength builders for men over 65, especially when walking no longer challenges the muscles that support your posture and protect your spine. As you age, weakness in the chest, shoulders, and triceps forces your lower back to work harder during everyday movement. This is why many men feel back fatigue even after short walks. By strengthening the upper body, the wall push-up restores balance across the entire kinetic chain, so your back, hips, and knees are no longer overloaded. Surgeons and physical therapists rely on this movement because it builds strength without placing unnecessary stress on the wrists or shoulders, making it ideal for older adults who want results without risk. To perform it, stand facing a wall with your feet about 1 full step back and your hands placed at chest height, slightly wider than your shoulders. Brace your core. Keep your body in a straight line and slowly lower your chest toward the wall by bending your elbows. Stop when your nose is a few inches from the surface. Pause briefly, then press yourself back to the starting position in one smooth, controlled motion. Aim for 10 to 20 repetitions, focusing on steady movement rather than speed. If this feels too difficult, step closer to the wall to reduce the load. If it feels too easy, step farther back to increase the challenge. For beginners with shoulder sensitivity, keep your elbows closer to your body to reduce strain. For a stronger variation, pause for 2 seconds at the bottom of the movement, or perform the push-up with your hands slightly lower on the wall to activate more chest muscles. Maintain a neutral neck position. Avoid arching your lower back and breathe rhythmically throughout the exercise. When practiced consistently, the wall push-up improves posture, reduces back tension, and restores the upper body support your body needs to walk longer and stand taller. It provides a level of strength training that walking simply cannot match, making it an essential part of rebuilding total body stability after 65. Exercise 3. Standing march with hip extension. The standing march with hip extension is a surgeon-approved movement that restores one of the most important abilities you lose after 65. Stable, controlled hip power. Walking may keep you moving, but it does not strengthen the muscles that actually control your stride, lift your legs, or keep your pelvis steady. When the hip flexors and glutes weaken, your steps become shorter, your balance becomes less reliable, and your risk of stumbling increases. This exercise directly targets those weak links by training your body to lift the knee with strength and extend the hip with purpose, rebuilding the mechanics that make walking smoother, safer, and more confident. To perform it, stand tall with your feet hip-width apart and lightly hold a counter or chair for balance. Engage your core. Shift your weight onto one leg and slowly lift the opposite knee to hip height while keeping your torso upright. Pause briefly to feel the hip flexors working, then lower the leg with control. Next, extend the same leg straight back behind you, squeezing your glute without arching your lower back. Bring the foot back under your hips and repeat this lifting then extending pattern for 10 to 15 slow repetitions before switching sides. Move deliberately rather than quickly. The goal is controlled strength, not speed. Keep your hips level. Avoid leaning forward as you extend the leg and maintain a steady breathing rhythm throughout. For beginners or those with balance concerns, reduce the knee height or keep both hands on a stable surface. For a gentler variation, lift the knee only halfway and extend the leg a shorter distance. For a more advanced challenge, pause for 2 seconds at the top of the knee lift or at the end of the hip extension to force greater stabilization. If you feel discomfort in the lower back, reduce the range of motion and focus on engaging your glutes more actively. Practiced consistently, this movement strengthens the muscles that walking fails to target. IMPROVE's step height enhances gait control and reduces the chance of tripping. It rebuilds the hip power that allows you to walk with the steadiness and confidence you once had decades earlier. These 3 exercises rebuild the strength and stability that walking alone can no longer maintain after 65. Chair squats restore the power in your legs. Wall push-ups support your posture and take pressure off your lower back. And the standing march with hip extension brings back the hip control that keeps every step stable and confident. If this routine is helping you, hit like and subscribe so I know to create more programs designed specifically for men over 65. And before you go, share in the comments which exercise felt the most useful. Your feedback guides every future video and helps this channel continue giving you clear, effective routines to stay strong, steady, and independent.